Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I did a video the other day talking about cryotherapy being the newest hustle in the fitness and sports industry, and I had a subscriber make a post. Basically, they're saying that they're still getting sore for 3 days, getting DOMS for 3 days after they train chest and legs, but they've been working out for over 2 years. All right, let's talk about that for a minute. When I say that you shouldn't be getting DOMS, and if you're getting DOMS and your coach needs to be fired, I'm serious. That includes if you're writing your own programs. Now, a lot of people will be like, well, DOMS is no big deal. I like it. Why would you like it? I can understand if it's a necessary evil, meaning if getting sore is something that happens and you know for a fact it's giving you progress, it's helping you achieve a goal, it's a sacrifice you're willing to make. But there is zero correlation in more advanced lifters, meaning non-novices, between soreness and muscle growth or gains. There's no correlation at all. Soreness means that you're training, there's something wrong with your training programming. It is generally going to be one of three things that causes it. Number one, you're not training that muscle group or that muscle frequently enough. You're giving it too long between training it for ideal adaptation. So you get sore again as a result of that because it is detrained slightly before you trained it again. Usually that's going to happen when you guys do body part splits and say they're hitting each muscle group once a week. That's the sort of situation that's going to make you sore because that's not ideal frequency, particularly for a drug-free lifter. It isn't, and every expert will agree on that. That is too long of a time between training. So your training bouts are too far apart. Number two, your workload is either excessive for what you're trying to do. You're just putting too much workload in on those muscle groups, and it's beyond what's really ideal for you to stimulate growth or adaptation off of. Or you've dramatically increased workload more than you needed to. You guys need to remember, when you're no longer a novice lifter, all you need are tiny little changes to create adaptations. It's not that big of a deal if it's only a little bit different. What I mean is, you're going to grow really slow after a couple of years of training, no matter what you do. Unless drugs come into the mix, you're going to gain really slow. And to stimulate new adaptations, you only need very small changes. If you can add 2, 3, or 4 or 5 pounds to a lift, you're going to make gains off of that. If you can add 1 rep, let's say whether it's a curl or a bench press or a squat or whatever you're doing, if you can do a certain weight for a number of reps and you are suddenly able to do 1 more rep, that's it. You're going to make progress off of that. That is a new adaptation. You taxed the body. You've shocked the body by subjecting it to a bigger workload than it is used to. A little tiny difference like that is enough to stimulate growth and adaptation. When you throw a bunch of new stuff at it, it doesn't make you grow any faster because you're not going to grow fast once you're fairly advanced. All you're doing is overloading it, you're shocking it, but it's not going to be any more growth than if you had added 3 pounds or 1 rep. It's not going to give you any more gains, but it might make you sore. And the third thing that can cause excessive soreness is going to be really slow eccentric training. A lot of stuff where you're doing slow eccentric or negative reps, that can make you sore, but it doesn't cause any more muscle growth. It just causes soreness because it causes micro tearing of the connective tissue at the ends of your muscle fibers. In the actual connective tissue, not like you're thinking of the fibers themselves getting those micro tears to get bigger. No, it's just the connective tissue around it, not the actual muscle tissue itself. But that can make you sore also. So when I say that you shouldn't be getting sore unless your training programming is wrong or there's something wrong with it, you're getting sore for no benefit if you're not a novice lifter anymore. So there's no reason to be doing it. You need to change something because you're getting sore with no benefit. And I mean, if it was correlated, if there was evidence showing that getting sore made you make twice the gains or something, I could understand people putting up with it. But if you're getting sore and getting nothing out of it, in this case, you're not getting anything out of it, why subject yourself to that? All right, guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.